I'm seeing a lot of Jewish people coming out in support of the Palestinian cause, and even those that have marched with the protesters in recent demonstrations. They speak out against Benjamin Netanyahu and his comments that he made toward Anthony Albanese, and it's a real self-hatred. And the problem is, it doesn't negate the fact that they are still God's chosen people, and Israel is still God's chosen nation, and they are the apple of God's eye. Nothing will ever undermine that. Nothing will ever change that. Whether they acknowledge it or not, whether they accept it or not, whether they recognise it or not, it happens to be a fact, because Israel is vitally important in God's economy. It's vitally important to the nations of the world. If Israel was eliminated, the Western civilization would collapse. It is the foundation and bulwark of Western civilization, and if it was not in place, every other nation would fall. Make no mistake about that. It's a spiritual law. It's a practical, natural law, and it needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be looked after, protected, defended, and ultimately they will stand alone if necessary, even if their own people are fighting against them. And unfortunately, there are plenty of self-hating Jewish people. The same way there are plenty of self-hating white people within Western civilization. What they really don't want to acknowledge is the God element, the God factor in Western civilization. Same too in the Jewish community. There are those that do not want to acknowledge the God factor, the hand of God on their life and on their nation. Pretty simple, but it's an important message for people to take a hold of. And, in a sense, it'll open the door. That mentality of the self-hating Jewish people will open the door to that Antichrist, and when he arrives on the scene, because there's almost a yearning or a desire to compromise what they are and who they are, to give up everything that they are, in order to bring about a false hope, a false peace, which the Antichrist will do. Biblically, the Antichrist will bring about a false peace, in some kind of a contract or a peace deal with the Arabs and with the Muslim community. That's a biblical fact. It's going to happen, but it doesn't negate the fact that God is still using, and his hand is still upon the Jewish people and Israel. And it's an important thing that for the church in particular to recognise and to continue to support and pray for Israel and the Jewish people.